Thank you so much for joining me today, Prof. It's a pleasure being in your presence. So I just wanted to speak to you about the current political roller coaster that's been happening, especially this week. There's been impeachments and defections, left, right, centre. And, you know, we've had Imo, we've had Kano, and more recently Sokoto just yesterday, and even the Senate President, Bukola Saraki, has defected from the APC, and he confirmed this last night, and it's actually made the headlines this morning. Let's start with the case of the Senate President. He's left APC, but he hasn't stated which party he's actually going to. Is there any legal implications for having a party-less Senate President?
The Senate President knows where he's going, and very soon he would announce where he's going before you declare him as partyless. What has happened is that ordinarily, if the Senate President defects to another political party, it is expected that he would have to lose his seat. But then he will not lose the seat, and he will manage to retain the seat if he shows that the party where he is, on whose platform he became a member of the Senate, that there is a division in that party, not just at state level, but at national level. And you could see already that they were strategic. Before the movement, there is a division in APC at the national level, in which case you have some people having their own officers side by side with the regular APC. So there is a division. And wherever he's going, before you say he's partyless, he will have declared where he's going. And he will rely on that division in APC to justify his movement. Because the Constitution says that if you move from your political party, you will lose your seat. But then you will manage to retain the seat if you are able to show and prove that there is a division in your former party. Well, legally, there is no number of days that he will have to state. But my take on it is that by the time, and it is also not, there is no obligation on him to also declare openly the party he is going. Right now, I can tell you that he knows where he's going. Right now, he must have become a card-carrying member of a particular political party, but he's holding the party to his chest. I bet if anybody decides to say that he should lose his seat on account of defection without a political party, you will find him coming out with a party card that will be dated a day or two after defection. If you look at what happened in 2015, shortly before election, you had defections here and there. Don't forget that the present-day APC is a combination of some people who went from PDP, some people went from Labour Party, so CPC. They all combined together, birds of the same feather, or strange bedfellows, so to say.
What are the processes that are embedded in the Nigerian law, especially to do with impeachment of a governor or a deputy or even a speaker?
The word impeachment is not in the Constitution. What you have is removal from office. The impeachment, it's an American principle of law. But then in substance, what we have in the Constitution amounts to an impeachment. But you will not find the word impeachment in the Constitution. What you have there is removal from office. So taking up from there, let me say that for somebody like a Speaker of the House of Assembly or the President of Senate, the procedure is not that elaborate. In the sense that if members of the House of Assembly, State House of Assembly, or the Senate resolved through a motion that for whatever reason they do not want the President of Senate or the Speaker of the House, that Speaker stands removed. That procedure is not elaborate. It is a game of numbers. But if your opponents are able to muster enough resources to be able to get 2/3 of the members of the House to remove you from office, that is it. So, because you will still remain in the House, but you will not be heading that House. So that's why it is not elaborate procedure. But for the governor and deputy governor, it's more elaborate. In other words, there are procedure to follow. You must conduct that impeachment on the floor of the Senate, of the House or the Senate, and you must do it during parliamentary hours. For example, you have the one that happened to in Oyo State. You have the case involving Akala and Ladoja. Some people wanted to impeach the then governor, and what did they do? What they did was to just make sure that they went somewhere to one hotel without the mace, and at a very ungodly hour, and said the governor stood impeached. The Supreme Court said no.
So the 2019 general elections are coming up in a few months. What do you foresee, in the midst of all this drama that's happening?
Well, 2019, like every election season, is always very promising and exciting. I foresee people, the professional politicians, because it's becoming a profession now, defecting from one party to the other. I also foresee strategic alliances. Some people who have no business in politics will put out themselves out as gubernatorial aspirants, hoping that when they lose, they will defect to the winning party and negotiate to get some slots here and there. So, as usual, defections, strategic realliance. Again, if you're not careful, it could turn very dangerous and deadly in terms of people being desperate to occupy position at all costs. Some of their supporters will go on errands that they have not been sent.
And finally, sir, what does this turmoil mean for the future of Nigerians and how our laws are actually implemented?
Well, it's an evolving process. I love to see more and more of people, younger ones, who are enlightened, who are professionals in their own right, who have achieved, come forward to occupy the center stage. For me, I want to see more professionals in politics. I am tired, quite honestly, of people who I call professional politicians. They did not study political science, but they have managed to be there and hold the nation to ransom. I think enough is enough. Let's have people, the younger ones, with better ideas, coming in and deploying their God-given talents and experience to uplift this nation. Since 1999, it's the same set of people. You have PDP today, you have APC tomorrow, APC, a combination of people, materials from different... No, I think we're tired of that. We need a new lease of life, of younger ones out there who have ideas. You see, when you also look at people who are appointed as special advisors, as ministers, as commissioners, they are all mostly based on party patronage. I'm not against party patronage, but then in your party, look for your best materials in terms of intellect. The other ones who are looking for, who are not that strong intellectually, you look for some other things for them to do. Governance is a very serious business in which you are entrusted with the lives of millions of Nigerians. A simple mistake like this can be very costly. Then if you are not sound upstairs, and your advisors too are also, some of them are sound, but they are selfish.
Thank you very much, sir. It was lovely speaking to you. Thank you for all the beautiful answers. Thank you, sir.
You are most welcome.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you also.